Welcome to GymRa. My name is Mandy. I'm going to lead you through a strength and cardio conditioning workout that has core elements to it. All you'll need is a mat, a couple sets of dumbbells, and a mini band. If you don't have those pieces, all you really need is you and your drive to work. I just want to take a quick second and take a look at this gorgeous view. It is warm. I'm already sweating. Are you into it? Are you ready to work with me? Answer equals yes. Here we go with our warm-up. It's 4 minutes. It's going to emulate some of the things that we're going to be doing inside of the work today. So bring your feet nice and wide apart. Let's take a deep breath in together. Lift the chest. And then on the exhale, go ahead and bring yourself down to a nice deep squat. Good. Inhale to open back out. Lift the chest, lift the heart. And exhale, draw back in. Good. Inhale to open. And exhale to drop. 2 more. Inhale to open. And exhale to drop. Good. Going right into our cross reach from the corners of the space. So as I reach, I'm trying to fully extend my elbows away from my torso, pivoting off the back of my feet. So really trying to cover as much ground as I possibly can. Now, obviously, this is the warm-up, so don't go full boat, but do think about moving in full range. So not necessarily super fast. Yes? Yes. This is 3. This is 2. We're gonna stand up and get some hip circles in there. So hip circle over to one side, and then the other side, working in that hip rotation. I'm already feeling that hip burn, my friends. Oh yeah. I hope you're ready for some fun, unique exercises today. I kind of pride myself on doing some interesting things. Let's do one more on each side and the other side. Good. Bring the feet a little closer together. Swing the arms back. Lift up and find a calf raise. Swing and rise. Good. Let's do 3 more. Maybe I lift up off those heels. Maybe I add a little hop. Last one. Good. Step the feet together. Lateral lunge. Open out and return. Lateral lunge on the other side. Open and return. Just a couple more times. A couple things I want to talk about with the lateral lunge. One of those things a lot of people end up kind of going, oh, it hurts my knees. Notice the heel stays grounded. I'm not letting my knee kind of melt in. So really put the emphasis on driving the feet into the floor. Last one over to the right. Last one over to the opposite side. And then back yourself up a little bit and give me a little front to back step. This is the last bit of our warm up. We're gonna get into the meat of the work here in 3, 2, switch your arms. These are legs. As far as I'm aware, these are your legs. Yeah. This is 2. And that, my friends, is the warm up. If you feel like you need a little more time, feel free to just do another body scan, see how you're feeling. We're starting today with cardio. That cardio element is gonna last us 45 seconds. There are 4 movements. Let's start with our front to back lunge. Timer for that element starts in 3. I'm gonna turn to the side, 2 and 1. One leg only, steps front to back. So we wanna make sure as we're stepping front to back that we are not dumping into a rounded spine. We wanna keep that chest nice and tall, yeah? That's right. And if, again, we were talking about the knees a moment ago. If your knees are feeling this movement, go a little bit shallower. So maybe I just take my front step and back step, and it's more of a step versus a lunge. This is gonna make it a little easier on the body. Good, team. Just a few more seconds on side number 1. Woo! That left leg feeling the burn. Switch your sides right here, going for the left. I'm gonna turn to this diagonal so you can kind of see what's going on as I get into the depth of that lunge position. I know I'm on a little bit of an unstable surface, so it's a little harder to find my balance, which is another challenge that my body has to absorb. So can you come with me and dig in for this work today. Can you give me, let's say 15 more seconds? So this will be the second out of 4 exercises here. Finishing in 4, 3, 2, oh my gosh, my legs are burning. Okay, bring your feet wide apart. I reach to the corners. I drop down and I reach for the floor. As I do this, I am fully twisting my torso. Remember, go slower if you need to. Get deeper into the groups so I can feel every single body part really having to twist and connect. Yes. Oh my gosh. 5 more seconds to go. We're going into a lateral lunge with some work in the legs. I'm having a hard time breathing, my friends. Out to one side and switch. So one of you might think, what about that twisting we did in the warm-up? We'll be adding that in the next time around with the option to add in some lighter dumbbells. I'm using 5s and 12s, so I would pick up my 5s for round 2. Now, if you're a go-getter and you're like, girl, give me them weights, let me do my work, pick them up. I invite you, I implore you to push. Yes, team, almost there. With 5 more seconds. Okay, you have earned your first half minute of rest. Stand tall. Be thankful for the body we've got, for what we're working on, being able to move. I'm super grateful because I'm here. What a beautiful day. It's a little warm, but hey, beggars can't be choosers, right? All right, so we're gonna do all of that again, only I'm gonna add in a little more work, the bells and whistles, if you will. Going into that front to back lunge, I'm gonna start on my right leg, and I'm adding in a little hop at each side, okay? So we're starting in 2 and 1, let's do this. I hop at the bottom, I hop at the back. I hop at the bottom, I hop at the back. I hop. Okay, now I'm thinking about pancakes. So that's unfortunate. So I'm adding the hop. What if I'm not doing any jumping today, Mandy? I'm so glad you asked. You could give me a little pulse, a little pulse. I still feel the work, or you could just go back to the OG, right? Which is front and back lunges. Like you're running for and away from IHOP. Oh my gosh, I shouldn't have said anything about food. I don't know about you, but I love me some food. Doesn't really matter what it is, actually. This is 2, and switch your legs. I'm facing you head on. My left leg's doing that work front to back. Remember, the add-on is going to be the hop. In front and in back. In front and in back. So the second side is probably a little harder. Why would that be? It stabilized you on the first side. It did the work on the first side. So be kind, be compassionate with yourself. We're all works in progress. And listen, you got less than 15 seconds. My right leg is burning, but I see the end in sight. Maybe I push here at the end for 8. Big breath in. You can do it for 3, 2, and 1. Okay, 4 corner reach. Let's say I want to make it a little more jazzy. I grab my light dumbbells, I reach, I cross, I row, I row. Slow things down, breathe in deep. Remind yourself your purpose. What made you click on start? What made you choose this workout with me today? And how can that propel us as a team, of course, because I'm just sweating, towards even more greatness in movement. Good team, we're gonna keep the dumbbells. Step the feet together. I take the lateral lunge over to my right. I reach, I return over to the other side. Mandy, weights are too heavy. Please drop them off. If at any point you feel like, oh, this is no good. A great way to modify this, we do the same activity just like in the warm-up without those dumbbells. And all of a sudden it opens up and unlocks a little bit more range for me and a little bit more ability to feel the work in the heart rate and the hips. Yes, team. Oh my gosh, you're there. 3, 2, rest. Take that rest. Take a moment, wiggle the toes, wiggle the fingers. We're good to go for block number 2. This is our strength block, team. We're gonna start with our light dumbbells right now. Find your balance in your foot. Take the other foot and just tap the toe to the ground. My other arm is here. This arm is gonna pull up and press overhead. Come with me. I pull up and press. My body is at this little like side ankle positioning, so it's a little rough on the back. I want you to think about tucking your seat and softening the knees. If you were to make this harder, I would maybe float the foot for less stability and more balance work. First set, just put on your best show, okay? This is 2 and 1. Flip it to the opposite side, balancing now in the other foot, toe down. Pull across the torso, punch to the side, and return. Pull and punch. What I love about this movement is I feel my sides working. I don't know about you, but I'm kind of an obliques nut. I love working the sides of my body. I love feeling that soreness the next day. Some of us have that like onset muscle soreness, and it's like, oh, it's really just a cool feeling. I hope you get to join me in that, maybe in a day or 2 after the workout's over. 2, 1, keep these 5s or keep your lighter dumbbells, turn your toes out. I want you to move slow as possible. We're holding the weights right in front of the chest as I bend and extend the knees. My tailbone is aiming straight to the floor. I'm not letting my hips sink back. The weights are right in front of my chest without my chest leaning forward. So can you keep your upper body nice and upright? Ooh. What I love about this slow work is you do less. It's just more time where the legs start to kind of feel the burn, yeah? My arms feel it too. I hope yours do too. This is time. And good, okay. I'm actually gonna exchange my weights for my heavier set. So picking up my 12s, or maybe you keep the same weight, we're gonna come into a hinge position. So showing this to you at a little bit of a diagonal, I'm hinging at the waist and pulling myself to stand. I want you to imagine your butt, your hips are like a door hinge. So the door is my upper body, and I'm closing and opening the door from the hinge. I'm not letting my back round. I want to keep it nice and static. Good. And close that door. You're almost there. This is 3. This is 2. And that, my friends, is the end of your first set of strength. You get about 15, 20 seconds here-ish. I mean, just to kind of shake things out. I know for me, I feel a little achy in my neck and my shoulders. So maybe just shake off the morning or the afternoon, or maybe you're working out at night with me today. And we're gonna get going on our second round. Of course, on the second round, we're adding something into the equation. That's gonna be our band. So if you have a band, the band is gonna go along the thighs. Grab your lighter set of dumbbells and away we go. I take it into that balance element. So the arm work is the same, but the leg work is added in. I have this foot off the floor to challenge my balance. Notice this knee is soft. I'm not locking my knee. What if I need to land my toe every time? That's fine too, yeah? I mean, hey, you're here. I think that counts. I think that counts, right? Geesh. Asking for a whole lot. How much can you deliver? Yeah? 3, 2, switch your sides. I felt that in my seat quite a bit. Good. All right, find your focal point. For me, it's gonna be the floor right now. So for me, this is good because my neck is neutral. I'm not having to lift and look anywhere. I'm pulling into this narrow archer's row, pushing to the sky, bringing it back into my chest and lowering it with control. I'm really struggling with balance right now, so I just reset here and there, right? Human being, working the best she can. Can you breathe with me? There's no wrong answer on the breath. Finishing here in 2 and in time. Okay, so we are gonna keep, we are gonna change our weight out for our heavier dumbbells for a little more work. Band stays on, I lower and I lift. And I'm gonna add a press. You're not gonna get a lot of them done, but because the weight is extra and we've got the band on and we've added a press, you are getting a lot done. Awesome. Can you move slower with me? Lowering down, rising up and squeezing the seat as the arms press to the sky. Keep those shoulders plugged in. Let's do one more together. Last one for the day, yeah? Huzzah. Awesome. Go ahead and keep those weights. My gosh. Hello. I'm gonna hinge and now I add my circular curl. So the last time we came through, we didn't have the band on and we didn't have any upper body moves. So you're welcome? Yeah, you're welcome. I'm gonna show this to you from the side. I think it's important to see the back. Inhale to hinge, rise and squeeze the seat. My thumb, it's like I'm hitchhiking to the sides of my frame. Maybe I take every 1 or 2 reps and just roll the shoulders back, stick out the chest, yeah? Rise and curl. Do it one more time with me. And that, my friends, is your full 60 seconds to rest. Drop off your dumbbells, reset your space, towel off if you need to. We have time to make our way onto the mat. Our next 4 movements, in fact, to be completely honest with you, the rest of this workout, we're on the mat. So make sure you have a nice clean mat and a good catitude. Right now, like I said, you're in recovery, so take that moment to refresh, rehydrate, do your thing. I'm gonna demonstrate for you a couple things that we have going on that are a little more complex to start. One is the reverse curl. It's a single leg reverse curl. One knee is gonna be into the chest, head's gonna be relaxed. You're gonna lift and lower. Lift and lower. Okay, so that one can be a little bit challenging for certain bodies. And I'm gonna show you a way you can do that that's absolutely accessible. But first you have to make a commitment to me that you're willing and able, yes or yes. Answer equals yes. Timer starts in 3. We're starting in high plank, 2 and 1. High plank position. This is our core block. I want you to be as still as you possibly can. I'm not asking for anything else. Literally, we don't do a lot of static holds. I'm asking for you to make this look like it's a still shot. It's a still shot. You're not moving 1 inch. Now, what we can tackle during this high plank is our breath work. You've got 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and you did it. Okay, now I talked about this a moment ago. It's that reverse curl. Bring a knee into the chest, head stays relaxed, lift and lower. Lift and lower. Now, if that's not working for you, one foot's gonna stay on the floor, hands will be at the sides, lift and lower. So I'm actually using the assistance of the heel of my opposing foot to lift my lower belly and hips off the ground. Now, if you want a little bit more, lift, kick, and lower. There's a lot of options here. 2, switch your sides. Lift, maybe tap, and lower. lift, maybe tap and lower. Otherwise, the OG exercise, it's the lift and lower. Exhale and inhale. A lot of people, when they're doing these, feel this in the neck. Check in on the neck. Don't wreck your neck. You know, all the wrecking kind of memes we think about. Okay, so remember that modification, if you need it, is here. My heel's on the floor, I lift up, I lower. It's not quite a single leg bridge. I'm actually getting the assistance of that heel to lift into the lower belly. Yeah, this is 3, 2, and 1. Okay, last but not least, feet together. You can absolutely bend the knees if need be. I want you to grab the imaginary gym rope, curl the head, neck, and shoulders up, and reach, reach, reach. My legs are in the air, my navel's in tight. I'm pulling, I'm pulling. If at any point the neck feels like it's doing the work, I want you to hold the neck and curl, just curl, crunch, curl, crunch. The main star of this show right here, right in the abdominals. Abdominals, tough word to say, but hey, I'm working out. I think I should get some extra points for my word salad. This is 3, this is 2, and that's the core. Okay, so how am I gonna make this a little more jazzy? I'm gonna put my band on for a little more fun. So as we're in this recovery of about 15 more seconds or so, band comes into the equation. It's gonna go above the knees, not on the knees. And we're gonna start in that high plank position, only now I'm adding in some elements. So high plank, we're not holding still. We're gonna take the left arm and reach. Try to keep the rest of the body still, and then the right arm to reach. Left arm to reach, and right arm to reach. Now listen, if your body is rocking like this, you may want to do one of two things. Maybe you start at the knees and just keep it stationary here. Or maybe I step my feet a little bit wider apart so I've got more stability on that reach, yeah? And when I'm reaching, I'm not letting the shoulder come up, I'm creating space there. Yes? This is 3, 2, and 1. Good, okay, now we're gonna go into those reverse curls. I'm gonna keep my band on for a little added challenge because I showed you the advanced movement the last time. So I'm gonna take one leg to the air. I'm gonna take the other leg and extend it long. Lift, tap, and lower. Lift, tap, and lower. Lift, tap. The tap is at the top. The head stays on the mat as much as it can, right? We're not completely perfect people. We're certainly trying. Option number 2, that knee's in tight. I just do the OG. That was the original exercise here. And of course, you're gonna get a lot more of them because we just have to switch the legs now. Here we go. Lift, tap, and lower. Lift, tap, and lower. We're all different, so if this exercise is really not working for you, remember the modification is gonna be just lift and lower. Think about curling your pelvis up towards the upper body. Lift and lower. So you're starting to feel some work right here in the lower abdominal region. I also feel this through the rest of my abdominals too. So that's what's up, you know what I mean? Lift, tap, and lower. Oh my gosh. So if you're me and you're just roasting, you're gonna do your best here as we wrap it up. This is 2, that is time. Last exercise in the set. I come up and I'm gonna climb that rope. However, I'm gonna move that band up and separate my feet, flex my feet. The rope is right between my toes. Can I lift my hand high enough that I'm reaching beyond my soles of my feet, right? And if that's too much, I could bring my knees bending and reach for the sky. The sky is such a clear, beautiful blue here in this space. I couldn't ask for a better set. Yes, just a few more seconds, team. This is 3, 2, and that is time. A well-earned water break, I would say. So band comes off. You've got 60 seconds or so to take a quick break, use the bathroom, etc. Team, 2 blocks of work left. This is our strength section. Yes, we're doing push-ups. Absolutely can modify them. You could even do a chest press with your dumbbells if you want. This is a push-up into a Superman challenge. Team, I'm actually gonna face this direction. We're going in 3 seconds. High plank position to start. Bend the elbows out and back. Come all the way down and lift up. So when I lift up, I'm actually feeling that gluteal engagement. Abs are drawn in. Hands come back to the chest. Press yourself up through the knees to plank and do another push-up. Come down to the chest. Lift everything up. Hold for a breath. And then lower down. Lift from the knees. Press back up into plank. And we've got time for one more. Push up. Lower all the way down. Lift up. You're doing it. And lower. Push to plank. And then we're going to set up on our kneeling position. You need one of the dumbbells. And I'm going to bring my right foot forward. So I've actually got my foot off to the side here. The dumbbell's going to go in the hand of the opposite side. Lean and press and return. Lean and press. I'm actually literally leaning onto the inner thigh of my leg as I slide forward at a diagonal. Showing this to you head on, and then on the other side, I'll show this to you in a profile position. Okay? Okay. Finishing here, last rep, return. So showing this to you from the side as promised, my foot would be off to the side here in a little bit of a diagonal. It's now in the opposing hand. I lean, I reach, I return and rack. Lean and reach. I'm looking up at the dumbbell when I lean and reach and return. If this is bothering the knee that's on the ground, you could always stack your mat or grab your towel and have a little more padding underneath that stable leg. Pretty challenging work, a lot going on here. So take your time. You'll get another opportunity to do it. So finish out this side. Grab your second dumbbell. I'm gonna use the heavies right away today because why not, right? And we've got an alternated high pull, or otherwise known as the upright row. I'm lifting the elbow first, exhaling to rise the elbow. Of course, what else is turned on is my seat. So I'm not letting my hips drive back. Rather, I'm keeping myself pretty fully upright. And switch. Now, if you're really feeling it, you could always do both arms at the same time, kind of leading you into what we would be doing in the next round. And that, my friends, is the end of your first set of strength. We're gonna take a quick judge, see how we're doing, and we're moving into the second round. Starting at the top, we move push-up to Superman. And how we're gonna advance this is we're gonna move a little faster this time. So I want you to kind of get into the brain of hard work and come with me. Timer starts in 2 and 1, a little bit quicker. Push up, lower down, lift it, return. Lift from the knees, or I could lift all the way up. Make sure you're protecting your back. Lower down, superhuman. Lift, I'm gonna puff up my seat, lift from the knees, drive myself off, and push. Return to the mat. Listen, this is hard. Push-ups are never really easy for me. Everybody struggles with different aspects of fitness. For me, the push-up is really challenging. So I make myself do them because, hey, the thing that you don't want to do is probably the thing you need the most. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? I'm just saying. This is 2, 1, and moving on, grab your weight, don't be late, reach, do a double pump. Sounds like I'm at Starbucks. Don't worry, not there. Lift, pump it. Or maybe like a Black Eyed Peas song. I don't know, things might get crazy. So if you notice, my leg this time is a little more in a diagonal, which is gonna allow me to get a little bit lower and stretch a little bit more. Last time I was a little bit tighter in. That's gonna protect me a little more. So choose what's right for you. Let's do one more on this side. And switch-a-doodle-doo. Over to the other side. Setting it up at a 45 or wider. Rack that dumbbell and punch it. Return and punch and rise. Reach, punch, reach, and rise. From the side. I love to show this from the side. I think it's really helpful. I'm not letting my spine round. I'm keeping it super long. Lift, return, lift, return. Good. You got about time for maybe, let's say, one more. Reach, return, reach, and maybe the weight's too heavy. I did an extra one because I'm extra. All right? Yep. Okay. I'm actually gonna grab my lighter weights for this one because I'm gonna do a bilateral row. So bilateral, fancy way of saying I am doing both arms at the same time. Squeeze your seat, zip up that winter coat. I can't even imagine wearing a winter coat right now. Frankly, wearing black pants was a bad choice. So, you know, live, laugh, love. Good abs in. Come on, give yourself that pep talk, baby. You've got 3, 2, last pull, and we're done with that. Good, we're in rest. We have cardio left, and the cardio today is all on the mat. So you're probably saying to yourself, what's she cooking up? We're cooking up a really sweet leg combination. I'm gonna demonstrate this for you. And then in the second round, we're gonna add something else in. So hold on to your butts. We come into all fours. We're gonna take that leg and we're gonna kick it out, bring it across, and kick it up. Bring it in, kick it out, bring it across, kick it back, and bring it in. That is one side of the things, okay? We'll do that on the other side, and then we'll get into some upper body cardio. We're going in 8 seconds, so maybe if you're working out with someone you like, or maybe it's somebody you don't like, just give them a wink, give them a nudge, give them that positive reinforcement, or maybe it's just some self-talk. Timer starts in 2 and 1. I kick to the corner, I bring it in, I kick to the back. I bring it in, I kick to the corner, across, and back. Let's move. I am bending my elbows. There's nothing wrong with that. Abs in tight and kick that leg. I don't know about you, but we're about halfway through and this leg is burning. So good news is you only have to do this leg one more time today. Bad news is you have a second leg, so you gotta do the other side. Pretty easy. Said no one ever, but I know you're in for it. Switch your sides right here. I'm gonna bring it in, kick it to the corner, bring it in, kick it back. Bring it in, kick, bring it in, back. Bring it in, kick, bring it in, back. Bring it in, kick. Maybe you're looking back at it, okay? I'll show this to you head on because I think it's nice to see this in full boat from the very front. I bring that knee out, across, back, and in. Out, across, back, and in. Out, across. I am flexing my foot. For those of you that care, you can keep your foot neutralized or you can point your toes. It is practitioner's choice. Push, kick, push, kick. Good, okay, next up, we're kneeling. You do need a dumbbell. We're gonna start it on the side of the hip. Lift up and twist, lift up and twist. You know me, I love a good kneeling exercise. I do. I do. Guilty as charged. Guilty as charged. It's true. Nice. Can you create a really strong and large rainbow with that upper body. I'm just using this 5-pound dumbbell the first time. Maybe the next round, I'm winking literally, I'll use my heavier dumbbell. Or maybe I don't, right? So remember, as we move through this, work smart. Next up, arm cardio. Come on down to the floor. Sit. Sit comfortably. We're gonna push the arms across and out. Across and out. You're probably thinking, this isn't too hard. Well, in the second round, I'm gonna add into this. So, just be patient. Patience? I mean, it's not my strong suit. But I know me, I love a good arm cardio movement. And we already did low body, so this is an opportunity to kind of crush the upper body. I don't know, but I feel my shoulders out for ya. 3, 2, and 1. This is your final recovery. Do the body scan, check your scene. Is the scene safe? Do you need to towel off your face? I know I do, just a little bit, because I'm glowing. And we're gonna set ourselves up for the second set of this. Here's the challenge. I'm gonna show this to you while you're in rest. We're gonna kick it, but we're also gonna stand it. So it's gonna come out, across, back, in, lift. All right? Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Out, across, back, in, lift. Out, across, back, in, lift. Out, across, back, in, lift. What if the lifting isn't working? Go back to what we did last time. If you're not sure what that was, out, across, back, and in. Repeat. Back. Or stick to what we're doing in this round. Out, across, back, in, lift. Just barely off the mat. Out, across, back, in. Saved by the bell, switch your sides. I'm gonna show this to you on this side so you can see my moving leg. Out, across, back, in, lift. And you don't have to stand all the way up. Out, across, back, in, lift. My upper body's pitched forward. Out, across, back, in, lift. It's a test of the mobility. It's a test of coordination. In other words, at the end of a workout, when I'm asking you to think and do, you just do the best you can. I know I'm doing the best I can. Let's finish this with gusto. You're there in 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Okay, grab your heavier dumbbell. I'm gonna grab my 12. I'm sitting back onto the heels. It's gonna start on the hip joint. Lift up and over, return. So with a little heavier dumbbell, I'm having to work that much harder. You'll notice the pattern is the same. It's just a little harder work with the heavier dumbbell. You don't have to, but can you, right? The difference between needing it, wanting it, and needing to know when to pull back. Really pay attention to you. Last exercise of the sequence, set the dumbbell down, come to your seated position. Grab your 5s. I said I was gonna make you work. Punch and cross. Punch and cross. Don't hit your face. Punch and cross. Punch and cross. Mandy, what if the weight is too heavy? You drop it off and you keep going. You keep going. Because I know for me, my shoulders are already burning, but I also know I have just a little bit more gas in the tank. So for the last 10 seconds, I know I can do it. This is the finish line, y'all, come on. 2, and my friend, you and I have just done our whole workout. We're gonna stretch a doodle do. We're gonna call it a day. And I hope to see you again here on GymRa's site. Come on down to your back. We deserve a stretch. So the first thing I'm gonna have you do is bring the knees into the chest. Give your back a little massage from side to side. We're gonna take the right leg and lift it to the sky. Left foot comes to the floor. Pull that right leg into the chest. Nice little soft hamstring stretch here along the seat, maybe along the calf muscle if you're flexing your toes. Maybe just ankle circles along that foot. Feels good. Breathe. And then from here, keep that foot flexed. We're gonna cross the ankle over the thigh of the opposing leg, reach through the window you create, and grab for the shin on the opposite foot. So I'm gonna plug my shoulders in. If your head is off the floor, maybe you take a little like yoga block, or you just roll your mat up and you have your head on the ground. Nice little stretch for the legs here. Just breathe into it. Legs have a large group of muscles, so we just wanna take a little more time here. Oh my gosh, sweet relief. Switch our sides. Bring it on up. Grab for the back of the leg. So for me, I have really good flexibility. I'm very thankful for that. If this is not you, just grab the back of the thigh and pull in there. Flex and point, ankle circles. Notice what's going on with the muscles of the jaw and the neck as well. And then no matter where you're holding that hamstring, you're gonna take that leg, cross it over the opposite. Pull the navel in, lift off the foot and grab for the shin bone. If you have to lift your head to do that, feel free, but then try to return your head to the mat. Oh yes. This is one of my favorite stretches, known as the pretzel stretch. Really safe on the low back. If it feels funky in the knees, you could always place that foot on the floor and just feel that stretch here. So whatever works, works. Release that foot, return both feet to the mat. Take a moment, just lift your hips up, feel that stretch through the psoas. So maybe nod the head, and we'll lower the hips back down. Hug our knees into the chest, rock your way up to a seat. Roll the shoulders back, and then place the hands behind you. Send the legs long, lift the chest, but bow the chin. So you're feeling the stretch through the front sides of the shoulders. And I'm tucking the chin. I'm gonna roll my neck over to the left and then over to the other side, keeping those shoulders away from the ears. Return through the center, take the hands forward and fold. Team, I've got you for about, I would say 30 more seconds. So let's go ahead and spend those 30 seconds stretching. Once we're done with that lower body stretch, we're gonna focus on the upper body. So sit comfortably. We're gonna take the left arm across the torso and look over the shoulder. Breathe into it. Maybe on the exhale, you can pull it a little tighter. Same arm is gonna reach up and over the head here. Push your head into the forearm. Give yourself a little, golf clap in your mind. You just did it. And your body needs the stretch. Take the time. Think about how long you worked out versus how long you stretch. Doesn't have to be the same amount of time, but man, could you give it maybe 25%, 20%? Hashtag math, This is why I am not in mathematics. Good. Roll those shoulders back. Bring the elbows to touch, lift and lower. Just doing a gentle flossing of the shoulders here. 2 and 1. Keep your hands together. Give yourself that little clap because you did it, I did it, we did it. I hope to see you here again. This was super fun. It's a beautiful day. Enjoy the rest of your week and see you soon. Bye.